still on mute.
No, we're live.
I see a red light.
Oh.
There it is. Okay. All right. We have a quorum for the town of Tallulah Falls. We will hold a special called council meeting for July 24th, 2025 for the town of Tallulah Falls, and we will begin with a moment of silence. Amen. I need to get a motion to adopt the agenda as presented. Scott makes the motion. Craig seconds. All in favor? Unanimous. Need to get a motion to accept the consent agenda. Yes. Scott makes the motion. Mike seconds. All in favor? Unanimous. There is no attorney report. No old business. We'll move on to new business, which is really the reason we had to call this meeting, is the Habersham SPLOST 8 intergovernmental agreement. So y'all have that before you. Warren's reviewed it. He doesn't have any problems with the language, but he just wants you guys to be aware, and I'm already aware of it. What the county's wanting to do. Okay, so with SPLOST, Linda's going to have to help me with this just a little bit. With SPLOST, you can have a level 1 project, which means the county gets to skim as much as they want for that project off the top. Okay, and they're wanting to do the jail and a couple other projects. That's legal. There's nothing wrong with that, except that every time that they do this, it fails. So it also means that we don't get nearly as much revenue because they get to take, what, 57 million? Was that the number? 52 million off the top before we ever get anything. So Warren wanted to point that out. He said, just be aware of that. What really sucks is the county screws us so bad because they wait until the last absolute minute to get this done, where we're under the gun to have this taken care of, and we don't get time to negotiate. So I just want you guys to know, we have a almost $70,000 request from Habersham Fire Department to purchase equipment for their new ladder truck through our camera fund, our public safety fund. I wasn't given time to be able to talk to the county to try to see if we could find out some way to make this work. So the numbers we have here are what we're going to get. I mean, we could fight it, but we would lose. And I'm disappointed. I'm severely disappointed in our county leadership in waiting this long. They knew this SPLOST was up for renew 9 months ago, a year ago. They knew it was coming, but they didn't. They waited until the last stinking minute to make it happen. So yeah, there's going to be a day I'm going to be bringing in a request from the Habersham County Fire Department, which I absolutely love and I want to support. But what the heck? So like I said, Warren didn't have any problems with it. The wording is pretty pretty straightforward, and it is what it is. So unless you guys have other thoughts on it and want to have a discussion about whether we want to make changes to it, I think if we make changes at this point, they'll move forward. They don't need us to sign on. And they could literally just cut us out completely if we don't sign this. So are we getting 300 and something?
Yeah, 312.
312 to split between 2 projects. I mean, it's better than nothing. So kind of where we are right now. I hate that we're always the black sheep and the redheaded stepchild, but that is just where we are right now.
Yeah, until they need something.
Until they need something, and all of a sudden, hey, can you buy this for us? You got extra money laying around. Yeah, it's kind of irritating. So, any other questions, thoughts? All right.
Hands are tied, really.
Yeah, we really are,
Yeah.
and that's disappointing. They're not being team players, and that's okay. Now, the one side of it is they will probably be issuing bonds. We can use some of that money to purchase these bonds, but they're probably going to be 30-year bonds at like a 4.5% rate, so it might not be advantageous to us, but there may be the possibility that we could buy a bond and recover some of the money that they're robbing us from. So anyway, that being said, I guess I need to see if I can get a motion to adopt the IGA. Scott makes that motion. Mike seconds. All in favor? It's unanimous. All right. And I really hope someone from Habersham sees this video. All right. Then we have in our next item is the Community Safety Housing Program policy. In the budget hearings and cycles, as we were going through the budget, we set money aside from the public safety fund to help people that wanted to be. Let me rephrase. To help any public safety personnel that wanted to live in town, that wanted to be a part of our community, to kind of help offset that cost. So we came up with the Community Safety Housing Program policy. It's open to any public safety personnel, police, fire, EMS, but they have to be a paid employee. It's not for the volunteers. I want to be very clear about that, because myself and Mike are both volunteers. That won't apply to us because we're not full-time employees. Because as you read through the documentation and read through the policy, our desire from the beginning, back in 2017, 2018, after Bill had retired, was that we really wanted to have our public safety personnel to be in the community, to know the community, to be a part of our community. Atlanta, Fulton, is it South Fulton? North Fulton?
Atlanta, Buckhead.
There's a new city called like South Fulton.
Well, yeah, but they do everything illegal, so
Oh.
don't look at it.
So the long and the short of it is there are several other cities and municipalities that have recognized the advantage to having public safety personnel paid public safety personnel being a part of their community. And they do have these policies. In fact, that's where Linda came up with, kind of mashed some of those together.
Several. There was about 4 or 5.
Four or five. To come up with this policy. So, I don't know if you guys have any questions about it. If y'all are worried, we do have the budget to take care of it. It's not a permanent budget because it's coming. I think it would come out of the camera money. So that theoretically could go away, which would, I mean.
And the policies specifies that it needs to be looked at every year and money allocated to that program every year.
So we do it every year. We would officially do it. The personnel has to be in good standing. They can't be on a probationary status. We have, it's hard to deal with residency. So we've tried to manipulate the language to be
Inclusive.
as well, not inclusive, it's, we want the language to be that someone can't have a house in Atlanta, but then claim that they live here.
Primary residence, wouldn't that be the word?
It's kind of, yeah, that's in their primary residence.
If they have a take-home vehicle, that has to be
It has to be
parked at the house where it
parked.
can be seen and
Yeah.
all that.
It has to be there. So the idea is that by having this, we also increase response times to emergencies. And if their vehicle, they have a take-home vehicle, it's in their driveway where everybody can see it, bam, bada boom, they can respond. Also, I know from personal experience that having a law enforcement vehicle next door to you reduces your possibility of being broken in. So, not that we have that many. So, all right. Is there any other? Are there any concerns? Any thoughts? Any conversation about this? You guys okay with it?
So basically, it's 1,000 a month.
I think so. Is it 1,000 per, or is it 1,000 total?
It's 1,000 per month, but it is also based on the money that is allocated every year, divvying that up between the
So
people
if we
that are
had-
eligible.
If we had two, like we ended up hiring a public safety officer that was living in town, they would have access to that 1,000 as well as any previous personnel, as long as we allocated the funds for it every budget year. Okay.
What did we allocate? How much?
1,000.
1,000 a month. Yeah.
How do you advertise for something like this?
Oh, you would. Well, if we were looking to hire someone, we would put it in their as a benefit package.
Housing allowance.
It's part of
Housing
the
allowance.
recruitment.
Yeah, it's part of the recruitment.
Okay.
We're not actively looking to hire right now, so.
It's written good. I'll make a motion we approve.
Okay. Craig makes the motion. Scott seconds. All in favor? Good deal.
This is a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's great since we do have it.
I'm not living way on the mountaintop, but down here with the people.
Well, you can live on the mountaintop. I don't care where they live as long as they're in town.
I'd like to know about the
Well, if we'd like them to be on the mountaintop, we'd have to increase the rate significantly.
In the swamp areas down
Yeah,
here.
yeah. The $1,000 a month, they're going to have to live in a lake or something. So they have to live in the low rent district.
Does a pontoon boat count?
Possibly, as long as it doesn't have more than a 5 horsepower motor on it. So, houseboat on the lake, that'd be hilarious. All right, so next item on the agenda is the communications CI pager quote. As we're making our transition to the new P25 system, we're going to have to get new pagers. Unfortunately, because we have to also communicate with Raven County, we have to get some very specialized pagers, and the only company that makes them are Unication. And CI gave us a quote around $800 pager, if I'm not mistaken.
753.
Yeah, $753, but then there are a couple other. So if we get 10 pagers, we're looking at $8,345. I think I can reduce that programming cost a little bit because I can get them to program one pager, copy that program because the software is free. The cable's just a USB cable, and I can then program any additional pagers after that. So I need to talk to them about that, but I think I can reduce that quite a bit. So this is the company, Communications International. They are the company that Habersham contracted with to put the new radio system into place. So they're giving us discount ratings and everything else. So what my request would be that we approve the quote, allocate $9,000 out of public safety funds for purchasing these pagers for the fire department. So
Pagers.
pagers,
Like $1,000 each pager?
$830.
830. These things that tell us that we need to go somewhere.
My God.
So it's a lot. The radios the mobile radios are going to be 8,000 a piece, but not every firefighter is going to have one. The pagers, we kind of need each firefighter to have their own. So.
All right, so I'll make a motion, we allocate funds out of the safety fund for $9,000 with the final quote being accepted by the mayor. Is that fair? I
Yeah.
don't know. As you said, you might have just.
All right, Scott seconds. All in favor? Unanimous? All right. Okay, final item on the list. And because there's no one here, and I have no comments, we're going to go home after this. Is LMIG project award and pipe bid?
Yeah.
But I kind of need to
We entered in with Habersham on their bid process for paving. The idea that they would have a lot more paving. Therefore, a little bit of paving would get a better reduced unit cost, and it did by about half of what I was expecting. So, which is good, and there's a large company do it, Pittman. They're a very responsible company, and they've been awarded on the 21st. Habersham had their meeting, and I think they're good to go. So, River Street will be widened and paved out by the end of October is the schedule, October 3rd. The problem is I've got the paving coming all the way down here to the three-way stop, four-way stop, whatever you want to call that thing, and the pipe's failing underneath the road. So two things has got to happen. Our LMIG that we had funded already allocated a year ago to the River Street is not enough. So we're going to pull out a SPOS, which we have funds that have already been allocated to road, and we have enough in SPOS to take care of it. So that's taken care of. The pipe replacement is probably going to be about 40 to 50,000 because they're not going to overlay. You got to put a little cofferdam in. We got to stage it. I did talk to Kate. She's okay with cutting some trees down so we can swing traffic around and maintain it open while we're putting one piece in and putting the next in. I'm recommending a 60-inch CMP, or HDP, I should say. It's the plastic black corrugated pipe. It'll last longer than CMP. And then rebuild the 2 ruble walls. Those are little rock walls, head walls on each side. There's little rock walls. So we'll have a mason come in and rebuild those walls so the aesthetics are still there without putting some piece of concrete head wall there. What I hadn't got with Kate on is what she might want to replace because we're going to use some of her property and we're taking out her trees. I don't know, like we have a big unknown on right away, so we just got to work with our neighbors. And so there might be some fencing for her privacy again and some landscaping to do. That would be a part of it on top of the 40 to 50 estimate. So I don't really know because I just saw her the other day and I didn't get to pin her down. So when I pin that down, we got to create something ASAP. I got to get it out the door to get some local guys and other guys and try to get a few bids on it.
Okay. To add a little bit to this, we are also now currently in negotiations with Raven County about a new T-SPLOS. T-SPLOS has to be used for roads, sidewalks, bridges, and so forth. So their projection, I can't remember the number off the top of my head, 150,000. We would get over a 6-year period. I think it was 150, something in that range, 1,000 out of that T-SPLOS that could also be eventually applied.
I think it's 250.
Oh, is it 250? Okay.
But that's 6 years.
Yeah, it's a 6-year project, so.
The pipe replacement, I do have it in the safety corridor project because we were going to run a sidewalk, continue the trail all the way to the dock where everybody puts their boats in. So we're going to have pedestrian traffic. So we did incorporate it all the way down to that point.
Oh, okay.
So there's a possibility we would have, that's in the plans, we could break that little piece off and put it in, this gotta happen quick though, is the only problem. Cause I'll need the funds, the $40,000 to $50,000 to replace that pipe. If possibility, we could fly it under the safety thing, cause it was gonna happen in these plans either way, cause when you brought the sidewalk in there, you had to improve that shoulder so you could get a walkway across it. That makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So first thing, anyway, I guess that's just a heads up that that's coming up, and we'll need to move on it fairly quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna be asking about that.
We don't want the pipe to fail completely, and then we got an emergency situation versus trying to get it done.
It's slowly caving in a lot there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, so.
Do we
your
have
recommend-
time to wait until August to vote on something? Or
September, October, yeah, I need to find out I need to call Pittman, I called Mike Garner with Habersham to see if they had a schedule yet. Their schedule, stops at saying, hey, they're gonna award on the 21st, which they have, and it's gotta be completed by October. So there's 2 months there that they may not be paving here. Then again, they might move in tomorrow. I just don't know that yet, so I tried to call Mike and I didn't get it twice, and I just left voicemails. So I do know Pittman, I know their owner, Arnie, I know them guys. I'll call them and see if they've got a rough tentative schedule with this project now that's been awarded on when they'll pave our area. And I'll try to push them to make it the last thing they do, and that way we will have time in August.
But
Or
right
we can
now-
allocate some money.
But right now, we just need to approve the LMIG list to submit it so we can get them.
No.
That's
It was
all.
more or less an update. That's for LMIG that's already happened. It was
Oh,
just
yeah, this
a
LMIG's already
report.
happened.
But I didn't know if he needed to approve money
What?
for the pipe before we were going to meet again.
Yeah, I was trying to push it into the safety funds. That's when I would definitely need your approval. But do we have enough SPOS to cover the pipe if it's 40 to 50 already allocated to roadways? Plus the paving.
Yeah.
So we do, that's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we've got enough money to handle both situations in an immediate, right now. We don't need to vote on it because it's already been allocated to roadways. I would certainly want to keep you informed. I'm not trying to, what I'm saying, what we're spending money on.
No, that's
But
fine.
yeah, so we have money that we've set aside as SPOS.
Do we need a motion to just,
The only motion what I was getting at is if we wanted to try to apply it underneath our current working plan. They aren't complete though. That's the problem. Plans aren't complete. But it was a part of that overall.
Part of the
scenario.
safety corner.
we've got the funds under there, will we have something by next, 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
It's the 12th?
Yeah, so let's just take that chance because we have it in SPOS. We know we can if we immediately, but let me find the schedule, then we'll talk. And if it's, we're not hitting you till end of October, no, I'm sorry, end of September, I'd be, okay, then we'll have a meeting before that, we can discuss it under the safety.
Or if you feel confident that you have a number you could just throw out tonight.
An up to number?
An up to number.
Yeah, I think
Like 60,000.
landscape is on, I'm 40 to 50, I don't know what the landscape is gonna be because it's private land, I don't know what Kate's gonna ask for. I would imagine, I told her, I said, think about it, I said, well, how about a privacy fence with some nice shrubbery and get rid of those big old trees, does that make any sense?
So
It's gonna
what's,
widen the road out
I
too.
think
let's say
it's 10%.
70,000 to be split between SPOS and public safety, mostly public safety?
I wouldn't split it.
I wouldn't split it. I
think
would just
we-
allocate
we
it
gotta
out
go
of
one or the other.
Safety, okay.
And then I'll take it out of this part of that portion of the project that'll be completed at this
Yeah,
time.
so 60 to 70, something in that range, does that sound
Yeah,
reasonable?
it does.
Yeah.
And then we'll get bids and.
Or we
And
just
that way you can go ahead and move forward, because if they can be here tomorrow, let's move.
Yeah.
We'll just make a motion then for up to 65,000
Okay.
To
If
be
that's-
allocated from
to be allocated.
safety funds
Safety
for the
funds.
pipe replacement, which
Yeah.
essentially is gonna be the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I'll
right,
make
Scott
a
makes that motion. Got a second, Mike? Mike makes a second set. All in favor, unanimous? All right, well, like I said, I really don't, since we addressed that, because I was worried about that pipe slowly sinking in.
It's sinking.
but we've got it taken care of. Then there's really no mayor's comments. I don't think we have any public comments. We're not on Zoom, unfortunately.
No, we are on Zoom.
Oh, are we?
We're not on YouTube.
We're not on YouTube. I have that backwards. Is there anybody on Zoom?
No.
Okay, nobody's on Zoom. There's no public comments unless our officer wants to comment on something.
No, I think you guys are fantastic.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
So seconds, all in favor, that was unanimous. I saw the hands up. We're adjourned. Let's go home. I just threw a stack that big of those meeting packets away yesterday.